this can be one of those hard truths. Are y'all ready to see it? If you don't want to see this, if you want to stay stuck, this is your last warning to leave this Zoom. Don't watch, because once you see this, you'll never unsee it, and you'll never be able to watch the barrel industry the same way again. And again, we're not trying to put anyone down. We're calling everybody up. You're the fortunate ones who are here right now to listen. So you're going to be the front runner in this. We're putting together an army. This is a revolution to change everything for the sake of the horse, because I, for one, am tired of watching people who say, I love my horse. Oh, I love my horse, and she just loves to run barrels. She does not. She's only running barrels because she loves you, but they don't necessarily feel loved.
Yeah,
are y'all ready for this?
I'll put.
Okay, y'all ready? All right. You see this mare. Now I picked a hot one tonight. This little mare is moody. She can be aggressive. You want to tangle with one, she'll go toe to toe. It's on. Watch the difference when I ride the way we've all been taught to ride as a barrel racer. Y'all ready? Change my hands. What's happening?
Well, we see the tail immediately start. All right. Yeah. Oh, tell me when you want me to. Go ahead, Kelly. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
Oh, I just read in the comments that she's already bouncing, fighting against you. And they mentioned the tail like you did, Michael.
And look at what do you see with her outside shoulder? There's something there. When we create overbending, what happens is we lose the ability to have those shoulders, they're space-wise, shoulders be able to elevate and to move in a freer manner. Therefore, the energy's leaking out her outside shoulder. So in a situation like this, they're more apt to drift, because what happens is, and we think we're helping them, but when we overbend them like that, they're
causing the problem.
We're creating all of this. Exactly right.
And I'm not even using a bit, guys. A bit's going to make it even more exaggerated. So can y'all see how this is self-sabotage? What do y'all see? Do y'all see a difference in my mare's muscles now?
Yep.
Can you see a difference in her stride? Michael, yep. What do you see in her muscles, her stride, and her diaphragm?
Well, her muscles are tighter because she's getting agitated. And the other thing that's coming into play is her ability to track up before. She is 5 inches or 5 to 6 inches from tracking up. So you've lost engagement. You've lost fluidity of movement. You've lost the ability for the hocks. The hocks right here she's stiffer with her hind legs, because what you've done, and we see this so much, is we do this and we lock our horses out. Now you might ask, well, how do you lock your horses out? Well, you're putting them in such a bind, you're putting them in a knot, and then the ease of movement is compromised, and that's when we start leading down this vicious cycle of tight muscles, of stomach problems, stress, ulcers.
Yep.
She's not using
sore hocks.
Very much sore hocks, stifles.
I can feel like her feet are landing harder. Think about that. How many steps are you going to take in your horse's life? A lot. Every single time. If there's more reverb and more impact,
absolutely,
that's degrading the joints, y'all.
Yep.
It's wear and tear. It's damage. Now here's the crazy part. Michael, finish up, and then we're going to hand it to Leanna, because this is the crazy part. Why we're doing it.
Well, and the other thing is we saw here is her energy level or field has been pushed down, has been locked, and push down. So we don't see that part working with us. It's working against us.
Yeah. She feels lower in the front end to me.
Yeah.
When I ride her
so.
like this.
Yep.
Okay. Now, does that blow your mind, guys? Does that just blow your mind? Drop it in the comments. Now that you've seen it, I told you, you'll never be able to see with the same set of eyes again. This is the truth. This is the reality of what we're doing to our horses when we follow those traditional techniques and thoughts, those belief patterns. Leanna Ray, when you said this, it made so much sense. This right here, the reason why I believe we have all been taught this, like hold your horse collected, keep your elbows in, like hold your rib cage. This is actually indicating what? What is this posture?
Go in protection mode. You decrease your capacity to unlock your diaphragm. When you do that, this part of your brain shuts off and you go more into fight, flight, freeze, protect part of your brain. And you have sent signals of distress to your brain and your body. And so that's part of this is startle reflex. The next reflex that comes in after startle is fear paralysis. Go in. Because you're protecting.
Fetal.
Right.
It's the fetal position.
Because you're having to protect your organs because your body feels that there are threats outside of you.
Yes.
So it has to go into protection mode.
And then we try to force it. How many of you were taught the old standby? Just take your outside elbow and just lock it in between your hip and just force your hip down while you're lifting your horse up like this. Okay, just push against that saddle horn. So look what happened when I pushed myself back and I locked my hip. How difficult is it for her to travel now? I have to really make her go. I am going to have to pump her with a whole lot of expensive feed to make her want to run through this. Were you all taught that? Am I the only one? It's been taught like this for a very long time and it's still being taught. And that's what we're here to change, y'all. There is a different way to ride your horse that doesn't trigger their fight or flight or ours. Now, Michael mentioned something about her diaphragm. When we hold our elbows in, what's happening? What's happening to our diaphragm, Leanna?
Constriction. You've shortened it. You've created asymmetry intentionally in your body. And so when you've done that, Michael, would you would also say that you've now you have misloaded your sit bones have changed dramatically too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
Absolutely.
You've created a disruption between you and your horse. And so the horse kind of goes, where did you go? Right. And that is that and then the horse has to find his or her way back to you as you've gone into this collapsed position. Your rib cage you're creating a stiffer posture. You're stiffening. Your joints are no longer lubricated. And especially as your horse moves, you cannot absorb the force of their movement through your joints. You've cut that off.
Look how
so
short
now
her
we're going to have to go.
feet are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And the other thing, when you said that, Kendra, her chest is becoming narrower. Her front feet and legs are closer together when you bind her up like that, as opposed to being open.
Okay, so here it is. Now I'm going to go into the new style of riding. Woo! What happened to her chest?
It opened up and she's freer. Okay. She's rolling those shoulders. Yep.
Why is that important to have her chest open?
Well, we want our horses to be able to elevate through their forehand. And if you tighten their shoulders up, their chest up by the way that you are riding, what you're doing is you're pushing that forehand down. Like you said earlier, she feels heavier on her forehand. And that's exactly what's happening, because the energy isn't coming through from the hindquarters forward when that is being Well, you're locking her out basically.
Yes.
You're making it so hard, not only on her, but
Yes.
yourself as
yourself.
well. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
y'all think about that for a minute. We're compromising the horse's ability to breathe. We're compromising their ability to walk. We're compromising and sabotaging their ability to do what it is we want them to do. Like, does it make sense to y'all to keep trying to lift that shoulder up if we're the ones compressing it down in the ground? Look at the difference. Now, do you see how much higher her shoulders are? And I'm not doing that quintessential lift the shoulder. Y'all see that? But look, my mare is very softly looking to the inside of the turn based on how I'm riding. I'm not having to crank on her. Her hocks are more lubricated. I'm not wearing and tearing on her coffin joints or stifle or SI. What are the comments like? Somebody read it to me. Does this blow your mind? Who wants to learn how to ride like this? It's called attunement.
There's some sad comments about feeling bad.
It can be a very tough pill to swallow. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But I'm glad you see it that way, because I do too. Because whether you call it inhumane or just unethical, once you see it, you're responsible for what you know. I'm not going back. I want to win a gold buckle, but not that bad. And I really don't think I'm ever going to win one riding that way. Like Leanna said last night, there are some horses that are genetically engineered that can just defy the odds. There's some human athletes that can just do some freaky shit. and they can overcome some odds, but that's not the majority. So if you look at the barrel racing population, in my best estimate, it's less than 3% of the horses that are actually seemingly able to run through the barrel pattern without a lot of problems. But what we're asking is, how much does it cost those riders to do that? How much are they paying in pain relief, in joint maintenance, in mental health maintenance, or sedation, calming aids, and then pump them up so they'll go fast and defy those odds? Yes, it's difficult to see, but this is what must be done, guys. It's going to take all of us coming together in agreement and starting to learn something different. And then what's really going to catch fire is when they see y'all, when they see your results, because I can only reach so many people. We can reach a lot of people. We had 819 people sign up. How many showed up tonight? How many are on the Zoom?
Right now, there's 137, I think.
We lost 50 people overnight. What happened? Where'd they go, y'all? Where you at? My other 50, where'd y'all go? So you now have the advantage to get a quantum leap ahead of the rest of the industry, because this is going to catch, y'all. We're getting the results. I want you in.